I've been thinking a lot about inspiration, so to start off this video, I want to talk about some people who inspire me here on YouTube. The first is Mike Falzone, mainly because of his consistency. And by consistency, I mean consistent improvement. Every video he makes outdoes the previous one, and that's something that I strive for on my channel. It's especially motivating for me because he's not that big of a channel subscriber-wise, yet is still able to pump out good quality professional content bi-weekly. The next person I want to talk about is Ola Rogers, whose t-shirt I'm wearing. Because it's a Monday. So, not only is he one of the funniest human beings to roam the planet Earth, but he also makes the things that he wants to make, not the things that are gonna get the most views. I mean, they still do get the views, but he makes them because he wants to make them, not because they're very searchable or whatever. He is a perfect example of how to do this, how to do YouTube the right way, and that is a massive reminder to me every day. The third person I want to talk about is DeFranco. What he has created is absolutely incredible to me. He started as a hobby with a webcam in his bedroom, not porn. Not porn. And he built it into a company that produces some of the most viewed content on YouTube. That's just incredible to me. And as someone whose educational future is a bit of a mystery, it's nice to have an example of someone whose path wasn't necessarily the traditional one, yet was still able to make his life work. It's incredibly reassuring and obviously inspiring to see somebody do what they love and make it work, and it just reminds me that it is possible to do what I love and be successful at doing it. But the reason I'm talking about people who inspire me is because recently I've been hearing the term inspiring used to describe me. And to be honest, that's something that I struggle with from time to time, and by time to time I mean every freaking day. Primarily because my main mission in doing this, especially recently, has been to start a conversation. That's been my main mission. I want to start a conversation between producer and viewer and hopefully get people to then produce their own things. Which I guess you can flip around to say that my goal is to inspire conversation, but it's just the choice of words is so crucial to me. I am in a major transition period in my life, and in a lot of ways I'm struggling. And it's hard sometimes to see the positive impact I'm having, because I'm aware that I am having some kind of positive impact, obviously because people message me a lot about things, but it's really hard for me to kind of, you know, feel that. And some of that boils down to the fact that, oh god, I apologize in advance. It boils down to the fact that I'm scared. Oh, you can turn the black and white off, okay? It's cliche at this point. But I'm not scared to create. It's actually quite the opposite. I want to create as much as possible. I'm scared because recently I felt a bit of a responsibility to not just be a weird-looking kid making bad jokes in front of a camera, but to be more than that. And what I tend to forget is that I've gotten where I am, which in YouTube terms isn't really that far at all, but personally it's pretty far. But I've gotten where I am because I've just been myself and I've made the things that I want to make. And I wasn't making things to get views or to be inspiring or whatever. I was just making things. So the solution that I've come to is to not just be a producer of content for an audience, but to make sure that I still am a consumer. I started this almost 3 years ago purely because I was a consumer who thought I can do that as well. And so I used the inspiration outside of me to then translate into this thing that I've created myself. And I've kind of gotten away from that, and so I want to get back to that. Because there's no better feeling, in my opinion, than being inspired to do something and then doing it. So that's my goal, to not just be a producer, but to be a consumer as well. To allow myself to be inspired so that I can then spread that inspiration to you guys and to other people in hopes that then they take that inspiration and create something beautiful as well. It's a very socialist approach to inspiration, if you're going to view inspiration as some kind of currency, and then I'm spreading the wealth. That's what my goal is. But now I want to know what inspires you. What gets you to do things? What gets you to create stuff? I want to know, so leave me a comment or a video response. I'll be reading them all and responding to as many as possible. But I'm gonna go. As always, I'm AConMann. You've just become a little more awesome, and I'll see you guys on Friday. In regards to the contest from a couple videos back, I will be announcing the winner the winner of the comic book, this Friday. That is the next video on this channel, so stay tuned, kiddos. What? Handguns. That's kind of a pun. It's a handgun, but it's a gun made out of my hand. I'm not funny. Not funny at all!